So today what we're going to look at is adding a safety data sheet. So much like the other entries, you will see a table. You can click Add New. And today we're going to go ahead and add no more gap as our example. Our description is it's Sellies. We're going to push the select button here to actually choose the Sellies No More Gap SDS, which I downloaded earlier from the internet. And there it is. It's a green dot, which means it's uploaded fine. The expiry date, so I had a look at the expiry, and this particular SDS was created on the 14th of the 5th 2017. So because the legislation says they have SDSs have a lifespan of 5 years, we need to find March 22nd, 14th of March 2022. We're not going to allocate this to a project just yet. We're simply going to add it to our list of company chemicals, and once we take it to the project, we're going to come back in and add it to the project. We are going to tick this as a hazardous substance. That has now opened up a list of new items. So is a risk assessment required? We can click on that, and then we can upload the risk assessment. If we've done a chemical risk assessment, we then have to determine in that risk assessment if health monitoring is required. So we can then tick that box and upload the health monitoring if we determined within the risk assessment that we needed it. So in this case, I'm just going to keep them unchecked for now. I'm going to say yes, some is going to be stored on site. I'm just going to say that it is 11 kilograms and that the status is active. I'm going to go ahead and add that. Here's where you can add a photo of what the chemical looks like. That way your team know exactly what they're using. Some chemicals can often look the same in their containers, so by adding the photo and the particular markings on a particular container, it helps your guys make sure they're using the correct one. So this is where you do that. In our case, we're just going to click Save, and now we can see in our grid that we've got the Sellies No More Gap unallocated to a project. We can go in and edit it at any time to add it to the project. We've got the expiry date, so we're going to be notified. We've got a tick in hazardous, so although we'll have all our chemicals in this chemical register, what we are able to do is actually filter by hazardous chemicals and filter by dangerous chemicals. We're saying if the chemical is active, which means it's in use, we've got it at our company or on our project. And for our guys who will have their phones in their pockets, if they need to access the SDS, they can simply click on that. It'll download straight away, and they can get any information they need from it, including the OHS requirements or the storage requirements, should they need it. So I'm going to go ahead and close that window. We're going to display it. So that would be where the photo goes, and we can get some quick statistics about whether or not we did a risk assessment or health monitoring was required or not, and whether or not it's being stored on a particular project. So it's as simple as that. You can go ahead and continue adding as many of the chemicals you need in your register.